I am Matthew Lyons, and I'm a candidate for Ward 4 Quincy City Council. I'm a 36-year employee of Verizon Communications and a proud 36-year member of IBEW 2222. The 99-year lease at Granite Links remains a major issue in this campaign, in spite of the fact that Quarry Hills Associates have withdrawn their request at this time. There is no telling when they will come back with their request, and it is imperative that Ward 4 have representation and a vote on this issue. The recent Department of Transportation Zoom call meeting addressing the proposed changes to the intersection at Willard Street and Rashudi Drive addressed the safety issues as they are now. When asked if there was any consideration for future growth at the top of Rashudi Drive, the state emphatically responded no. Indeed, they responded that if and when there was development at Granite Links, then and only then, the state will reassess their further traffic abatement needed to be done. So waiting for this traffic abatement project to be finished is not the reason for the withdrawal for the request. Don't get me wrong, the withdrawal is a good thing. It gives us time as a community to organize and have a say in what happens. If we are all to use common sense, they will eventually be looking at a second egress to the area at a minimum so first responders can do their jobs safely. There are very few options for this. From a logistic point of view, going down the backside through Milton to Randolph Ave, Minahans Lane, Bunker Hill Lane, or Forest Ave are really the only options they will have. These possible encroachments into the neighborhoods need to be addressed before any lease is granted. Besides that, we have never been in a situation where the tenant has written the lease and dictated the terms of the occupancy to the landlord, the city. The incumbent Ward 4 City Councilor has recused himself from any votes regarding the 99-year lease or any issues regarding Granite Links. I am the only candidate that can represent our ward in this matter. I attended the Quincy Zoning Board of Appeals meeting on September 12th to testify against the city's decision to place the third marijuana dispensary at the corner of Liberty Street and Water Street. Presently, we have a medical marijuana dispensary on Rashudi Drive and a recreational dispensary at the base of the Fore River Bridge. Quincy entered into the marijuana business when they wrote the zoning laws to open up the first one on Rashudi Drive. The laws were written so that the dispensaries would only be in certain areas. They must be 1,500 feet away from a residential area, but this shop will be 115 feet away from the nearest home. They must be 500 feet away from a public park, but this shop will be 45 feet away from a park across the street. We are now looking at 3 shops in Ward 4 and 2 in Ward 2. The attorney at the meeting made the claim that there was no difference between a marijuana dispensary and a liquor store. If we accept this to be true, then all wards should be able to have a dispensary. It is important to note that our present Ward 4 City Councilor did not attend this meeting, nor did he send out notifications of the meeting to neighborhoods affected by the dispensary. As I have said, I have worked in the telecommunications industry for 36 years. I would like to bring my expertise and knowledge to the City Council to help bring residents of Quincy an alternative to the only choice we have right now for internet service. The cost to build and maintain an internet network the size a city like Quincy would need will be prohibitive to our taxpayers. I am limited on time here, but I feel it is absolutely necessary to also touch upon issues of development and the increasingly dangerous traffic issues in our ward. One of the greatest issues dividing our city is the issue of development in residential areas. I believe that new construction needs to be done in a responsible manner and in cooperation with the neighborhoods. We also need to be cognizant of the historic values of our neighborhoods and look at developing places for our older citizens to stay in our city. Ward 4 has an inherent problem with traffic in that we surround the Southeast Expressway from East Milton Square to Archbishop Williams. The streets of our neighborhoods are shortcuts for people to avoid this traffic and are a real danger to our lives and the quality of our life. We need to work as a community to find solutions to this very important issue. I am passionate about the history of my family and the city of Quincy. It is my greatest hope to honor my ancestors by being elected to the City Council and helping to secure the future of generations to come in our great city. I ask for your trust in your vote on November 7th, and please go to my website at matthewlyons.net, where you will find my email address and my phone number. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have.